That's Earth Day.
All right, hug a tree.
We
gotta go.
We hugging a tree.
We gotta go.
But what do you want to say about this?
I want to say that I'm not used to hugging a nasty tree in New York. That's what I want to let everybody know.
And this is Richard Pryor Jr. and his sister, and we're here.
All right.
I'm Audrey Johnson on the Audrey Johnson Show, and we all know him. The icon, Richard Pryor. When I came to this country, I grew up with him. You grew up with him. He is funny. He's hilarious, and we love him. But sitting next to me is not only his wonderful daughter, Rain Pryor. She's her own person. She is the woman of 2012. Public speaker, award winner. She has her own nonprofit. She has so many things, but don't let me tell you about her. Let her share about why we're sitting here. Tell us, Rain, what are we doing here today?
You are here, because I'm in New York doing my solo show that I wrote about growing up being black and Jewish called Fried Chicken and Latkes. I mean, I've been apparently imitating my family since I was a little girl. So this is just that next step, and now it's instead of the living room, it's in front of 55 people here in New York.
Now, before we talk a little bit about the show, I mean, because you're so natural and organic, and you being Jewish and black, I mean, it's amazing because love the hair. Right. The hair, everybody wants to know, right? So it's beautiful, and that's what makes it organic.
You know, it is, and it's, you know, I think, you know, the authenticity of who you are is really important, and being able to find that and stick with that. You know, a lot of people, we're so forced to be something that we're not because of TV and film, you know, whatever it is. And so I've always been raised the opposite, which is just to be honest and to be truthful and bare my soul. And this show is an extension of bearing my soul. My hair is an extension of bearing my soul. You know, I can do anything I want. I can straighten it, I can curl it. You know, and I guess that's the great thing about being someone who's mixed race. I can do many different things. I'm not just one thing, you know. And I also don't consider it, I'm not of one race. I'm of the human race, which is the only true actual race that there is.
Tell us now about your show. What is it all about? Everybody's excited.
Well, growing up being black and Jewish is, and it's an irreverent part of our time. It takes place in the early 60s, late 70s, and 80s. And I really show a lot of the stereotypes that existed back then. And I'm talking about race. I'm talking about what I felt like and what I experienced in terms of the fact that I was, you know, black and Jewish from both the Jewish side of my family, the black side of my family, the kids in my school, or whatever it was. And so that's what it deals with. And it's a lot of fun, and there's some surprises in it for people. And so it's been exciting.
Now, do you observe the Sabbath day, or do you practice Jewish?
I do. I practice. Well, it's like I do it for the holidays as respect to my grandparents. You know, I have Shabbat candles, and, you know, I try to light those. If it's Passover, I try to celebrate, you know, the meaning of that. I cook all the Jewish foods, and you know,
that's good.
Yeah,
that's nice. Tell us a little bit about your theater show. Right now.
Theater.
Your theater. What's happening tonight? What's going on?
Well, tonight, you know, we're sold out, which is great, and it's Fried Chicken and Latkes, and people get to come and see the show and get some surprises with them. And you know, in life, what's exciting is not only do I get to perform, I'm also a director. So I direct as well, and I run a theater in Baltimore, Maryland, which the premise is to really support women artists and women, you know, and that includes people who stage manage, people who light, design, whatever, you know. So, you know, it's filled with lots of things, but tonight's show is really about, you know, the different sides of who I am, and you get to know me.
What do you want the audience to know about your audience, to know about you? Not just our audience around the world and globally in our 50 states. What do you want them to know about you?
That if in order to change the world, we have to do it one person at a time, and it starts with yourself, and it's having an open mind and an open consciousness, and to realize that there are different cultures and there are different religions, but there is not a different race of people. We are all of the same race, and as soon as we start delineating and cutting out from our vocabulary African American or African or black, white, this Asian, what, you know, we're going to realize that it's cultures that are different, but not the human that is different.
That is so powerful what you just said. Hope you heard what you said. That really is powerful, because when you come from that diverse background, you have a chance to appreciate it, and that's what your show is about, and that's what you want. You want to educate them all to really weakness that it's not just about Black American, Afro-American, and so forth. It's about the human race.
Absolutely. And I think when you get to that core of that I'm a human race, then you're not going to have the racism that's existing now. You know, and part of that is understanding the history of it. You know, we created here, at least in the United States, we've created institutionalized racism since our founding fathers came here and took the land away from the Native Americans and then brought slaves over from Africa. So as soon as we recognize some of what that is and really face it in a reality kind of way, things will start to shift and change.
That's powerful. Now, Rain, I know you come from your dad. He is beautiful, and I just want to bring that in a bit. What do you feel that he has given to you and you want to bring in and have a legacy going on right now?
My dad has brought to me is truth. I mean, you just approach things with truth and with kindness. And you can really do no wrong with that. You know, people could say whatever they want, but as long as you're, you know, that part of you is intact, then, you know, forget about them.
That's awesome. Awesome. That's beautiful. Now, you are an extraordinary woman. We know you are because what you're about to take on. And 2012 is the year for that extraordinary woman. We put in a voice on that woman. What has made you extraordinary?
That's funny. I don't consider myself extraordinary. I really don't. I just think that I do what I do because if I don't know what else I would die. You know, it's like I create because I have a need to create. You know, and I encourage other people. Once you find your passion, the rest follows. Like money will come. Sometimes it takes a long time, but if you're honest with yourself about your abilities and what you can do, find what your passion is within that and make it happen for yourself. It's possible.
I think that's the message right there, because right now in our economy, everyone is worried about paying their bills and doing that. But you just said finding that passion. Yeah. Once you find it, and you could create it.
You find it, create it, and then you get out of the machine. It's like, you know, the whole economy is a machine. So you have to stop getting on the machine. You have to stop operating the machine. And how do you do that? Go for your passion, you know, and realize it will come. It's like family first. You know, put your family first, put your, you know, how you're, everyone, yes, there are starving people in the world, but we have land we can eat from. It's like, let's think outside of what we have. Like, I'm all about sustainable living and things like that too.
That's awesome. So you really are organic, and you really are,
but I like McDonald's too, you know, but I do believe that, you know, like when you have to empower yourself through knowledge. So, you know, I know how to garden. I know how to have a sustainable garden. I know how certain shrubs on the ground, what I could eat if I was walking, you know, in the forest. It's like, I just think you have to be aware of those things so you can survive and not depend on the machine.
So what do you want to share about Earth tomorrow? We are in the moment.
Earth Day tomorrow. Be kind to the earth. You know, it's like George Carlin said it best. You know, everyone's concerned that the earth is, that, you know, that the earth is going to do something terrible and we're all going to, you know, be gone. And that basically is the truth of the matter, is that the earth is still here. It's us that are going to disappear. So be kind to it, you know, be really nice to the earth. Be like, go on the ground, maybe kiss it, kiss some dirt, you know, be like, I love you, earth.
We want to follow you around. I know your next stop will be in Atlanta.
It'll be in Atlanta in October doing, or maybe we're even in talks right now about Woodstock in August. So you never know. Thanks for coming to interview me.
Let's give you a big hug.